Hey guys, welcome to Atari Series 7. Today I'm reviewing this, which is the Imaginext Super Surround Batcave. So really cool, really blessed. Got this in the mail today. And yeah, this thing is really awesome. It's really big. Please mind my kitchen floor. It's just the only way I can fit this box in the kind of like packaging here. And yeah, it's really cool. We got this image of the kids playing with the Batcave. Then we got the Batcave and just how it works and everything included. And I gotta tell you, this Batcave looks impressive, but in hand, like just seeing how big it is. I mean, this is not your typical Batcave by Imaginext. I know a lot of people are kind of complaining we've seen a lot of Batcaves, but this one blows them all out of the water and is just really different. Over here we have 200 plus sounds and phrases, which is just incredible to me. You get the multicolor lights, 5 exclusive figures, which is really cool. The free jet cells and the Batsuit Vault. And you also have this little QR code. And then you have this cool artwork of Batman here. You can kind of see where I cut a knife, where it shows like these kind of like little indents, I guess. Or not indents, but kind of like more of the action features. Let's look at this side. I think they're different on each one, but still. Pretty cool. Gotham City newscast, adventure starters, and yeah, just tells you all about it. And up top here you have the 5 exclusive figures, the QR code again, and I do want to point out that this comes in a box. It comes in one of these kind of boxes, so if you're worried about them just like sticking a shipping label on it, they're not going to do that. I know I was kind of worried about it, but still, they didn't do that. They did ship it in this. And then lastly, we have the back of the packaging, which again, it shows off every single detail. 33 inches tall, almost 42 inches wide, almost kind of like 4 feet wide. You got the dual speakers. It just really, really shows off everything. And here's the barcode too, for those of you who want to read it. And unfortunately, I misplaced the instructions, but I was going to show the instructions off for this. And I don't really remember how many pages it was, but it was a couple. It takes about 30 minutes to build, and as you can see, it's just massive. I typically do not review in here, but this is just really big and really cool. And the instructions have this really cool feature. I didn't use it, but it's got a little code, and if you scan it, the Alfred actually comes up and tells you how to build it, like with a little video on your phone. So I thought that was really cool. And yeah, this thing is just so impressive. It's massive, it's big, and it just has so many details going on for it. Like, let's start down here on the bottom floor. Over here you have like where you can put the bat sword. You get 13 exclusive accessories. All of these are new accessories. We've never gotten this sword before, but it's like really cool. And as you can see, it's got like a bat emblem molded on there. You also see the Joker and Robin, who are all new and exclusive figures. I will show them all off together in a moment. But yeah, let's just move them out of the way. You have this, which is made for the Bat motorcycle, but either way, it can really be used for anything. As the Batmobile, the 2014 Batmobile at least, can easily fit on here. And basically the idea is you put the character on this little power pad, and you just rotate around, and boom, it works on the Batmobile. So really cool. But this is a really big, really big kind of thing going on here. So you can like completely put the Batmobile down here. It's got a little ramp too. And yeah, that's just really cool. I like this little ramp. I like how big it is. Right now, I've only seen it being able to fit small Batmobiles, but it might be able to fit the really big ones too. And do bear with me, because this is going to be a very long video, because I'm going to talk about just about everything this does. But you can see the bat cuffs there. And a main thing about this that really impressed me is just the detail. The level of detail in this Batcave is phenomenal for what is really just a simple child's toy. Like over here, you have Two-Face's coin. Batman like has a giant penny in his Batcave in some of the adaptations, and they've kind of referenced that with this little penny over here. And it actually says "In God We Trust" in it, which I think is just really cool. Like, it looks like they actually sculpted a real penny around that thing. Even though it's bigger than a real penny, it's just really cool. And then you have like these little detailings here on the bat suits. You can see the emblems and where they're supposed to go. This is kind of like the little hall of armor for the bats. You'll notice these 2 bats hanging over here. This thing has bats molded all over it. They're hanging upside down or they're flying, and they just look really neat. You also have a little bat family over there, and then you have some flying here, and yeah, it's just a really cool detail that kind of fits. And over here is this little drawbridge. The idea for this is basically that you would swing it over here. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if it's just mine, but it has problems sometimes like coming under this, so you kind of have to push it down a little bit. But the reason it kind of swings to the sides and over here is the idea is like the Batman sub that they came out with King Shark, or not King Shark, my bad, Killer Croc that just came out. Basically, you would park it here, and this is how you would board the bat sub. So I like how they're trying to connect all this together. I think that's cool. Speaking of more of that molded detailing, you have a little Joker card here. And in my opinion, one of the coolest moments is like when you open these prison cells. I don't really know if like these cells are like in particularly meant for anyone, but you can notice a little chain there and like a little fish and a little dish bowl, so maybe a reference to Catwoman. But if we swing this around, this is where, in my opinion, it just gets even more detailed. So over here is this cell, which has like a drink or something in it, and then it's got like this little flower. But if you can look and see this real quickly, or kind of closely, this is really cool. This is a reference to Mr. Freeze and the animated series. And I just love how they put that in there. I mean, keep in mind, this is a kid's toy, and they're doing stuff like that. That's just so cool. And then over on this side, you have like the Riddler's cane, trying to get it angle in there. The Riddler's cane, Two-Face's Utter Coin, or like Star Coin, and the Joker's flower. So yeah, and there was also one more sculpted reference that I wanted to show off. Actually, I take that back. There's quite a few. But basically, this main one is like this little harness you see here. This is spelunking gear, and it actually listed this as spelunking gear on the packaging, and that's a reference to the Dark Knight trilogy, in which spelunking was used quite a lot, or at least to discover the Batcave. And these little pegs here are so you can actually make it look like the characters are in fact going spelunking. I mean, this is just a little detail that they put in here that they didn't really have to do, but I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm sure there's more references too in this Batcave, and I just haven't found them all yet. But another one I really love is over here. You can see this kind of like toe marking. This is from a dinosaur, like kind of like a foot impression, and this is a reference to the giant dinosaur that's in the Batcave a lot. I don't think Imaginext has ever done that. I don't really think any toy company has ever really included the giant dinosaur, but I love that little reference to it. And again, these are just small details that really make this thing pop. And then moving back, you still have a little bit more of that spelunking detail and to climb up there, and you can see how the net attaches to it as well. And then you have more bat detailing, and then this is how you work the elevator, and you just swing this around, and you know, it's your typical elevator. It goes all the way up, all the way down. And then you have Bruce Wayne and presumably his favorite chair, and this thing just rotates all the way around, and it throws Bruce out, and he hits the floor. But it's not supposed to do that. He doesn't really sit right due to his cape, but I love this rotation they did here. And it's basically just this little nozzle that you rotate. And then over here you have a place to put the Batman cowl for when it's not in use. This is the ginormous Bat computer, which has so many cool like buttons and stickers on it. And I am going to show off the lights and sounds. I know I'm taking a really long time to get to it. I just really want to show off the detail of this because I think the lights and sounds are really cool, but they overshadow the really awesome details they put in this. And over here is a waterfall. I can't believe they put a waterfall in this. This is so cool. So the waterfall was something that we had always wanted to see in Imaginext Batcaves, and they finally introduced it with the Ninja Batcave last year, or at least in 2018, I think. But they brought it back for this, and I love that they put it in here. I just think that's so cool. And yeah, let's look at the figures really quickly. So this set comes with 5 exclusive figures. All of these figures are completely new sculpts. We have seen them all released separately, but these are like completely brand new sculpts. It's unclear at this time if Imaginext will ever re-release these. I would presume these are probably going to become the main versions of these particular characters in the next couple of years, but we'll just have to see. The first is Joker, and I gotta say, I really love this Joker because you'll notice he is missing his purple jacket. And that's really cool because, you know, we don't see a lot of versions of Joker like this where he's got just the undershirt on. You can see his flower, which is nicely detailed. And something really cool is they molded like almost like what looks like seashells into his shirt. It just looks really cool. It's also really hard to see too. Like I didn't see any of this in the promotional images, but it's neat. And he's got some nice detailings on his shoes. Then you have Catwoman, who is, again, a new sculpt. I believe this is the first time we've ever gotten a new Catwoman sculpt. You can see the goggles are pulled over her head instead of just being on her eyes. They're silver and pink, or purple. And something really cool is she actually has her whip molded onto the side of her leg, so that's pretty cool. And then she's got some nice detailing moving around. It kind of looks like the armor, you know, typically what we see with her character. And then we got Mr. Freeze, who just looks so awesome. I love this design for Mr. Freeze. It's got the clear, and then the black and the blue, and it just looks awesome. You know, it looks kind of creepy, kind of spaceman like what he originally was envisioned as. And you guys a little tank back there. It would have been cool if they included a gun for him. Unfortunately, they did not do that, but still, it's really cool. Here we have the new Robin, and man, this thing is awesome. Look at all the details on his like little suit here. You got the R logo, finally a cape. The cape is also really long on him and Batman, so it kind of drags down to the floor. You have this new belt mold, which just looks cool, and the hair looks sculpted nicely. Just a really nice figure all the way around. He just took out Catwoman there. And then lastly, we have the brand new Batman, which is so cool. So this is the on-mask Batman, but again, just like Robin, it has that really new belt, which is nice. You can see the cape is a lot longer, like it basically goes down to the feet, which some people don't like. I kind of like. It's kind of cool. He's got kind of like this armor detailing all around him, and then he has this pretty good face, you know? I think it looks good. I think it's accurate to what we've seen a couple times with Bruce Wayne and comic book Bruce Wayne particularly. And yeah, it just looks good. And you also get this Batman cowl that you can just plop on his head here. And I'm not going to lie, I like it. I think it actually works. I know we've seen this a couple times, and sometimes it looks goofy, but I think it does work for this action figure. And now, the main event. So this might end up being a two-part video. But basically, you just press one of these buttons, and man, this is awesome. So you have lights coming from the Bat computer. You have the dual speakers. This is a speaker and this is a speaker. You have to connect the wires. It's really cool. You have this, which illuminates on the actual kind of like Bat area itself, which looks so cool. And then you have this, which if you rotate, you have your Bat Arsenal. And I love that this has individual lighting. I love all of this has individual lighting. And it's just a great place to store your different bat suits, kind of like a Batman Hall of Armor, and it looks so cool. And then moving down here to the prison cells, you can just kind of like open them up. And again, individual lighting. Well, I think it's just this one, but still, I love how this has so much in a way of lighting. And up here has got to be the coolest thing ever. The bat signal, the legit bat signal is up there. And I did not even know it did this. But you press any of these buttons and you get
Batsuit vault status check.
Like this.
Vault pressurized and secure.
And then if you press this button, which is the news, it makes everything go red.
Animals at the Gotham City Zoo are on the loose. Let's go live to the scene.
It is crazy here. Animals are running everywhere. Zoo officials believe the penguin freed the animals and is trying to steal the penguins.
Alfred will also talk to you a little bit.
Power reset sequence.
It just kind of takes a minute for him to say something quickie.
Power restored.
And then
Batcave online.
if you press any button of the villain, it will give you like a bio on them.
Hello? Is anybody home? It's me, Joker. I'll just let myself in.
And this is actually when a villain takes over, by the way. Which is so cool. Like, you can hear Joker laughing.
What does this switch do? Oh. Time to turn the Batcave into my funhouse.
I mean, look at this. Just hear the music. Look how much and like how much they actually put into this. It's just mind-blowing. And now if we press this button, it should reset to normal. And I did mention a bio. Usually when you press it on the first time, it gives you a bio for the villain.
Power restored.
Everything's back to normal. Let's try Mr. Freeze.
This is not a normal storm, Master Bruce. I fear this is the work of Mr. Freeze.
Batman, this is one cool place.
Ice puns.
Welcome to the Ice Age.
Oh, that's awesome. But that's the bio, basically, and like I said, Alfred talks to you. I think this is actually going to end up being a 2-part video, by the way, because I'm running out of time here. But yeah, I really want to show this off, and I'm going to talk a little bit more detail into it in part 2. Maybe show off more of the sound effects, but this is just so awesome, and I love everything they put in this. They put so much care into this. Like, if Mattel had put this much care into their 6-inch line, they wouldn't have lost the rights to DC last year. I mean, it's just crazy. So thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.